Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to the Excavation of Hob's Barrow. And in the last episode, guys, we encountered Father Roach, who was in a bit of distress when we encountered him in the woods. He seemed to be very sick, or something was ailing him. We did a little bit of makeshift bloodletting with a piece of broken glass, which was very bizarre. But he was able to get whatever was affecting him under control, and he seems very nice. And he actually led us across the moors here to the home of Mr. Shoulder. Now, here on the line, we found a single glove that kind of gives us the assumption that the guy that we saw in the alleyway, who then very quickly left and we weren't able to follow him, was Mr. Shoulder. So why did he leave when he was supposed to meet us at the inn? I guess we will have to find out. We've got some roosters and hens here.
Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy.
Indeed.
I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside. A pair of thick woolen trousers. The trousers feel damp, freshly hung, or still wet from last night's rain. Slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself. So very warm.
A woolen undergarment.
Can't go wrong with wool if you're wanting to stay warm.
A sweet little hen, plump and well groomed. A fearsome-looking beast. A sweet little hen, plump and well groomed.
Okay. Ooh, there's a carved stone. Like the ones at the inn, maybe? Uh-oh.
No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. Perhaps Mr. Shoulder and I share similar taste.
With what?
I'm rather fond of this colour. Perhaps Mr. A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley, though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
Let's try Othello.
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman.
Aha!
1 out of 2, Miss Bateman.
This must provide a charming view across the moor.
I'm going for the 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
I'm paying attention to the windows to see if anyone's there.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle?
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead, Father, thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Adieu, parting. Yeah, it's Romeo and Juliet, I believe.
Romeo and Juliet?
Correct. That I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
Okay.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it. No sign of any movement.
Wanted to double check and see if we couldn't just go in. Little breaking and entering. Or maybe Mr. Shoulder just doesn't want us to have the father with us when we talk. Alright. Well, we've lost our escort. Let's see if that changes things as we head back across the moor.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hob's Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder.
Hey, nothing bad happened.
The train! That must be Kenneth. I should go and meet him at the station.
What did this plaque say?
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was. A fine spot to take a rest.
Oh, we could take a rest. Wonder if that'll come into play later. Hello, bird. Fresh grave.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave. William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart. Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven.
I was waiting for death is only the beginning.
Joseph Davis. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister.
Ah, okay.
John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence. Forever in light, Anne Kemp.
Anything
Hello.
new?
Good day.
Father Roach asked me not to discuss that
crap.
with Mrs. Duplancy.
Let's not... Okay, yeah, we don't want to wish to betray his trust right now.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man.
Hey.
They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmund's. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to. Are you sure you don't know where Hob's Barrow is?
Hobbs, what?
Never mind.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
So, I kind of think about this in Wicker Man terms, that I'm wondering if Mrs. Duplancy and the father are involved in the overall, like, darkness here, or if they're, like, the only holdouts, for lack of a better term. He might be in his office over here.
It's locked.
Well, he said he had business at the church. Let's see if we remember our way to the train station. which I believe was over here. Oh, wait.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take.
Okay. I don't think I observed that before. Now, did we go this way? Or are we going to get lost? Nope, we're here.
Where is Kenneth? He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
There's Arthur. Wait a minute. Okay, if that's Arthur... Okay, about Margaret.
Well, that's one mystery solved. It's Arthur Tillett. What's he doing in there? Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
Uh-huh.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
We don't have any money to buy you more drinks. Yeah, let's go ahead and push this. He's hiding something.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Aye, I don't remember out.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry, you'll find him.
Ominous.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye, I'll survive.
Need to get him a breakfast roll.
So, you work here?
Aye, Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye, I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
And that also probably keeps him out of the pocket of Lord Panswick.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye?
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses.
That unmarked grave is looking a little bit more suspicious now, because we haven't heard anything about a more recent death, though the townsfolk wouldn't say anything about it.
Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Ah.
Thank you. Where can I find...
He lives... You'll see it.
Thank you. What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship, then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief! But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
I'm looking for Hob's Barrow.
Hob's Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hob's Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please. This is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
Okay. Oh wait, it's this way. Whoops. Hi, kitty. Was the name of the kitty was like Herbert, wasn't it? Hold on. I'm going to walk back here real quick.
Mr. Tillett is right there.
Alright. Just wanted to see. And there's Cyril waiting for us.
Cyril is no doubt keeping watch on any potential new arrivals from the railway station. Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
Fair enough.
I'm looking for Hob's Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Imagine if they like tried to put a railway or a major shipping line to Innsmouth. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Betty and Douglas with their training.
I don't think anyone is home. I can't remove the plaque. A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
Oh, okay, hold on. It may be just north.
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
Aha.
He looks a little chirpier than your average Bewley resident. Hello.
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
It's hard to trust anyone here. Yeah, that's true.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long, though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
It's like we asked him a question and he answered it, but we didn't actually say anything to him.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses. When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
No rain nor snow, whatever that is.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long.
These long pauses before they actually say no is very interesting. I love it. It kind of adds to the suspense.
I'm looking for Hob's Barrow.
One of those old burial hills?
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley, mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
Let's learn more about Cyril, though I'm curious what he meant by new blood, if he was being literal.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tap?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
All right.
Royal Mail, postmaster's residence. This must be the local post office. There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
Somehow.
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
I'll have to find some way to get around that. Okay.
The man is standing right there.
Well, we'll figure it out. Actually, hold on. What do we have in our inventory? We got the trowel, silver necklace, the glove, the matchbox, the room key. Leonard's shoulder. Is this your cross?
Is this yours?
No, not mine.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Actually, we probably need to
Is this yours?
check with Betty as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'd never be allowed such a pretty thing.
So, with Arthur, let's double check this real quick, just to make sure.
Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister.
So, I'm curious what Margaret and Arthur's relationship was, because this could be Arthur's sister as well, but
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
just curious. Okay. Well, let us head on to the next part. Let's see if we can get a tab opened over here at the tavern. Hold on a sec.
Hello? What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Double check and see if there's anyone else here. Nope. Stanley.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Oh, I have a feeling.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
So I'm wondering if we give the silver necklace to Stanley, but then someone will need that silver necklace. Well, that's something that we'll probably have to find out, guys, in the next episode. We'll try and get our tab opened here with Stanley and see what we can do about finding Leonard's shoulder and getting our stuff out of the postmaster's warehouse. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.